before we start with today's topics, let's revise what we have discussed in the previous session. After that, we will solve some interesting homework questions and then we will start our today's session. Yes, Bhumi, you all are deserve this. Okay, students, in the previous session, we have discussed I think our last session was a practice session of the topic of trigonometric ratios and its values for some specific angles. Let's revise this concept very quickly. I think you all have learned about these values. So, as we all know that trigonometry is all about right angle triangles only. So let's take a right angle triangle first. ABC is a right angle triangle with angle B is of 90-degree mesa. And let yes. And if this angle is theta, in that case, BC will be called as opposite side and AB will be called as adjacent side. We can, with the AC, of course, the hypotenuse. So, with the help of these three sides of a triangle, we can find the value of all six trigonometric ratios: sine, cos, tan, cot, secant, cosec, theta. And so, hence, to remember, because sometimes it is little confusing to remember these values, that's why we have a trick or shortcut to remember this. The trick is this proverb. Is it this proverb? Some old horses can always hear their owner approach. Some old horses means SOH. S for S for sine theta is equal to O by H, opposite side by hypotenuse. Can always hear C for cos theta, C is equal to A by H, represented by hypotenuse. And their owner approach, T for tan theta is equal to O by A, opposite side by adjacent side. Cosec is the reciprocal of sine, it will be H by O. Sec is the reciprocal of cos, it will be equal to H by A. What is the reciprocal of tan? So it will be equal to A by O. It means these are the values for all six trigonometric ratios. Students, please remember, please take notes of it and please try to remember all these values. Also, we have learned that the values of these trigonometric ratios are fixed for some specific angles like 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, like this. Yes, these are the values. Sine 0 is always 0. Sine 30 is 1 by 2. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. Sine 60 root 3 by 2, 1 and so on. So friends, note it down and please try to remember all these values because we will use the values directly to solve out the questions. Okay, so friends, now let's solve some interesting homework questions from this topic. Okay. And students, the first homework question is find the value of 1 minus 10 squared 30 degrees by 1 plus 10 squared 30 degrees. And you have four options: 0.5, 1, 2 or 4. The students try to solve this and tell me the answer. You आपको सिर्फ यहाँ पर 10, 30 की वैल्यू पुट करना है. Students, 10, 30 is equal to 10, 30 is what? Anyone? Friends, tan 30 is always equal to 1 by root 3. So आपको बस 1 by root 3 put करना है and you can find out the answer. Solve it quickly, students, and tell me the answer. A, B, C or D, which one is correct? Hello, Shanvi. Good evening. Hello, Sarenya. Good evening. Students, solve it quickly and tell me the answer. 0.5 by Utkarsh. Okay. Iskand, Varun, Shreya, what is your answer? Bhumi and Shreya. Shreya said 1. That is B. Shvumi and Sakshi said it is A. Okay. Sarenya, Devraj, Janvi, what is your answer? Iskand said it is A. Okay. Bhumi, please check your answer once. Oh, no, not Bhumi. Shreya, sorry. Shreya, please check your answer once. And yes, well done, Devraj, Iskan, Sakshi, Bhumi and Utkarsh. So it's absolutely correct answer. It is option A. Yes, Shreya, A is the correct answer here. Because friends, अगर हम put करें 10, 30 पे 1 by root 3. So it will be 1 minus 1 by root 3 whole square by 1 plus 1 by root 3 whole square. So it will be 1 minus 1 by 3 by 1 plus 1 by 3. Means it will be 2 by 3 by 4 by 3. Will please cancel out? 2 by 4, that is 1 by 2, that is 0.5. It means option A will be the correct answer. Well done, students. Now let's move on to our next homework question then. Second one. Given that sine A is 1 by 2 and cos B is 1 by root 2, then value of A plus B is. Students, now you again have four options: 30, 45, 75 and 15. Solve it quickly and tell me the answer. A, B, C or D, which one is correct here? आपको एंगल और एंगल बी की वैल्यू निकालनी है यहाँ पर. इफ साइन इज हाफ देन ए क्या होगा, साइन और कॉस बी इज 1 बाई रूट 2 देन बी क्या होगा. So solve it quickly and tell me the answer. All of you. Shanvi, Jatin, Sarenya, Dev, Shreya said C 75. Okay. 75 by Utkarsh as well. Shanvi, Jatin, Janvi, Devraj, Sarenya. What is your answer? Bhumi, Sakshi, Varun and Skand. Sakshi said 75 as well. Devraj's answer is also C 75. I think again C by Skand as well. And then all of you are saying C. Students, are you sure with your answer? Okay, let's try to solve this. If sine A is half, it means sine 30 is 1 by 2. Okay, Shreya, sure. Means sine 30 is 1 by 2. It means angle A is equal to 30 degrees. Cos B is equal to 1 by root 2. And we know that cos 45 is 1 by root 2. That is B is equal to 45 degrees. It means A plus B is equal to 75 degrees. So that's why option C will be the correct answer. Well done, Skand, Devraj, Sakshi, Bhumi, Utkarsh and Shreya. Well done, students. Absolutely correct answer. It will be option C 75. And well done, Shreya, for the very quick answer. So students, these are the homework questions. So it's time for the doubt board now for all of you. Students, if anything you want to ask, you can ask now. Any guys or any doubts from this topic? Any doubts, students? Any queries? Thank you so much, Utkarsh. Thank you so much, Shreya. Okay, welcome, Shreya. Okay, so students, if there is no doubt, then let's start our today's session then. And to the question 2 again. Yes, Shanvi. Okay, thank you so much, Devraj. The question 2, this one. Shanvi, if sine A is 1 by 2 means the trigonometric table, we know that कि sine 30 1 by 2 होता है, means angle A 30 है, cos B is given as 1 by root 2, and we know that the trigonometric table cos 45 1 by root 2 होता है. So A is 30, B is 45, so A plus B will be equal to 30 45, that is 75 degrees. That's why option C is the answer. Okay, Shanvi? Okay, Shanvi. Yes, Sakshi? Sakshi? Yes? What is the doubt? Where is Sakshi? Okay, Sakshi is not there. Okay, so students, let's start our today's session then. And students, in today's session, we are going to, hello Anshul, good evening. On the first session, students of today's session, first topic is trigonometric ratios for complementary angles. And students, to learn more about this topic, let me call over our master tutor on the screen. After that, we will solve some interesting questions from this topic. Okay?
Let's again stick to the hypotenuse being 1. Let me stick to the hypotenuse being 1. So this side is going to be sine theta. This is cos theta, right? This is cos theta. Now, let me take the same triangle. Let me keep this aside. Let me take one more of the exact same triangle, right? Exact same triangle. So this side is theta. Now I'm going to call this angle as alpha. This angle as alpha. Now for alpha, what will this be? For alpha, this is the opposite side, correct? So this becomes sine alpha. This becomes sine alpha, and this is the adjacent side, right? For alpha, for the angle alpha, this is the adjacent side. So this becomes cos alpha. So if you see these two triangles, you see that cos theta is equal to sine alpha and sine theta is equal to cos alpha, right? Alpha is nothing but 90 minus theta. It's the same triangle, right? Both of these are the same triangles. So if this is theta, this is going to be 90 minus theta, correct? So alpha is nothing but 90 minus theta, which means that sine theta is going to be equal to cos 90 minus theta, right? That is where actually the word co comes from. What is cos? It is cosine, right? This is sine, this is cosine, correct? This is sine and this is cosine. That is where co comes from. Co comes from complementary, right? These ratios are complements of each other because they will be exactly the same when you have complementary angles, right? 0 and 90 are complementary angles. 30 and 60 are complementary angles, right? Right? So if you take ratios of complementary angles, then sine ratio of one will be equal to the cosine ratio of the complementary angle, right? That is where the word co comes from. That is true for all of the other ratios that you saw as well. That is true for the other ratios as well. Because they are very similar, right? They are very similar. Let's keep these same two triangles. From this anyway, cosec and sec is obvious, right? If you have sine theta equal to cos 90 minus theta, if I take the reciprocal, I'll get 1 by sine theta equal to 1 by cos 90 minus theta. 1 by sine theta is nothing but cosec theta. Correct? That's why you get cosec theta is equal to sec 90 minus theta. You'll get the same thing for tan. You'll get the same thing for tan. Take the same two triangles. In this triangle, write tan theta. What is tan theta? What is going to be tan theta? Let's give these sides names, right? Let's call this A, B and C. So tan theta is going to be AC upon BC. Tan theta is going to be AC upon BC, correct? Opposite upon adjacent. Now here we have alpha. Here we have alpha. Let's write cot alpha. What is cot alpha? Adjacent upon opposite. Again, AC upon BC, right? So you will see that tan theta equal to cot alpha. In other words, tan theta equal to cot 90 minus theta, correct? Which is why it is cot. It's nothing but cotangent, right? Complement of tangent, right? So which is why, as the name suggests, they are complementary angles, right?
Okay, so students, it means that for a right angle triangle, if angle B is of 90-degree measure, yes. So in this triangle, if this angle is theta, we can say that BC is opposite side and AB is descent side. So for this angle theta, we can find the value of all six trigonometric ratios: sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. Sine theta will be equal to opposite side. A by hypotenuse A by C. Cos theta will be equal to B by C. Tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side A by B. And in the same we can find a cosec secant, cot theta also. Now for the angle alpha, this angle. Now opposite side is AB. This is opposite side. And BC is adjacent side. Now for sine alpha, it will be now B by C. Cos alpha is A by C. Tan alpha is B by E and so on. It means if you notice here, sine theta and cos alpha, they have the same value, A by C. Cos theta and alpha, they also have the same value. Means these are called as complementary ratios. Sine theta is equal to cos alpha and cos alpha is equal to sine theta. Same way with tan and cot. Tan theta is equal to cot alpha and cot theta is equal to tan alpha. Complementary ratios. Same with cosec and sec as well. And students, in a right angle triangle, we know that with angle sum property, तीनों angles का sum 180 होता है. Angle भी 90 है. It means theta plus alpha, they are called as complementary angles. That's a 90 होगा. So alpha will be 90 minus theta. It means sin theta क्या होता है? Sin theta will be equal to cos alpha ना. Alpha is 90 minus theta. Cos 90 minus theta. In the same way, cos theta will be sine alpha, that is sine 90 minus theta. In the same way for tan theta will be equal to cot 90 minus theta, cot theta will be equal to tan 90 minus theta. Same with cosec and sec. Yes, Sakshi. Sakshi, you want to ask anything? Sakshi, you raise your hand. If you want to ask anything, you can ask now. Okay. Okay, then you can please unraise your hand. Okay. Okay, so students, let's solve some questions from this topic. And students, our first question is a poll question. New students, it's time for all of you to solve a question by yourself. The students solve this question quickly and choose your answer. And you have 45 seconds to solve this. And the question is, the value of sine square 90 degrees plus sine square 60 degrees into tan square 30 degrees. Sec square 30, tan 60, 1 or 1.25. Friends, put the values and you can find the answer. Sine 90 is 1, sine 60 is root 3 by 2 and tan 30 is root 3 by 2. Just put the values and you can find out the answer. Devraj and Anshul, please check your answers. Students, check your answer, please. Anshul, Janvi, Jatin, Shreya, Devraj, Janvi, Sakshi, all of you. Skand, Sarenya, Varun, and Utkarsh, please be quick. And the time is up. Sarenya, you missed this. Please be quick by solving from. Please be quick from the next poll question. And well done, Iskand, Bhumi, Jatin, Shanvi, and Utkarsh. Well done, students. Absolutely correct answer. Most of you are saying option C, 1 only. Okay, so the answer is 1.25 here. Okay, sine 90 is 1, so 1 is square plus sine 60. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2 whole square into tan 30 is 1 by root 3 whole square. Means 1 plus 3 by 4 multiplied by 1 by 3. So 3 to 3 is cancelled out. 1 plus 1 by 4 only. That is 1 plus 0.25. That is 1.25. Option D will be the correct answer. That's what we have to find. Okay, so students, let's move on to our next question then. Question 4 of today's session. Cot 40 by tan 50 minus 1 by 2 cos 35 by sine 55. Students, we can use complementary ratios here again. We know that tan 90 minus theta is always equal to cot theta. In the same way, sine 90 minus theta is always equal to cos theta here. So we can write tan 50. First step, then we can write tan 50 degrees as tan 90 minus 40. Tan 90 minus theta, cot 40. We can write this sine 55 as, we can write sine 55 degrees as sine 55 means 90 minus 35. Now sine 90 minus theta, cos 35 degrees. It means we can put cot 40 in the place of this and cos 35 in the place of this. So let's put the values. So it will be equal to cot 40 by tan 50. Tan 50 is equal to cot 40 by cot 40 degrees minus half cos 35. Sine 55 is also equal to cos 35. These are cancelled. These are cancelled. 1 minus 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2 is the answer. So answer will be 1 by 2 only. Is it clear, students, to all of you? You can ask an auto student at any point if there is any doubt. Okay. Students, let's move on to our next question then. Question 5 of today's session. If 2 theta plus 45 degrees and 30 minus, students, please take notes of all these questions. And 30 minus theta are acute angles and find the measure of theta satisfying sine 2 theta plus 45. Sine 2 theta plus 45 degrees, it will be equal to cos 30 degrees minus theta. Students, हमें थीटा की वैल्यू निकालनी है, but दोनों साइड, एक साइड साइन है, एक साइड cos है, means we can't compare the angles. But we know that sine theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta. So we can write this as cos 90 minus 2 theta plus 45 degrees will be equal to cos 30 minus theta. नाउ दोनों साइड कॉस से हम एंगल्स कंपेयर कर सकते हैं. मीन्स 90 minus 2 theta plus 45 it will be equal to 30 minus theta. अब हमें theta की वैल्यू निकालनी है. Students, try to solve this and tell me the answer. All of you solve it quickly and tell me what is the value of theta from here. Anyone? The value of theta from here. 5 Utkarsh. Okay. Another answer? Skand, Shreya, Bhumi, Janvi, Devraj. What is your answer? Sarenya, Jatin, Shanvi. 5 Bhumi as well. Anshul, Varun and Sakshi. What is your answer? Is there any other answer? What the value of theta from here? 5 by Jatin as well. Okay. 5 by Sakshi. Varun, Anshul. 5 by Shreya. I think all of you are saying 5. Okay. Varun, Anshul, Sarenya. What is your answer? Devraj also said 5. Varun said 5. Students, okay. 5 is an incorrect answer. Check all of you. Anshul said 5 as well. Students, check your answer, please. All of you. How all of you can make the same mistake? Now 15. Okay. Students, answer 15 or any other answer is there? Check your answer, please, all of you. Janvi, what is your answer? You didn't post your answer. Janvi, Shanvi, Sakshi. Students, just अगर हम सिंप्लीफाई करें 90 minus 2 theta minus 45 degree will be equal to 30 minus theta. 90 minus 45 means no, it's 15 by Devraj. Okay, so it means 45 minus 2 theta will be equal to 30 minus theta. Okay, now the answer is 15. Yes, friend, this is the correct answer here. The answer will be 15 degrees F from theta. Well done, Utkarsh, Devraj and Shreya. Absolutely correct answer. Because if we transpose the term, it will be like 45 minus 30 will be equal to 2 theta minus theta. That is, theta will be equal to 15 degrees. This is what we have to find the value of theta from here. Theta will be equal to 15 degrees. Well, students, absolutely correct. Okay, students, let's move on to our next question then. The next question is previous year board question, students. Sine 18 by cos 72 plus root 3 tan 10 tan 40 tan 30 tan 50 and tan 80. Okay, students, we can write 18 as 90 minus 72 by cos 72 plus root 3. We can write 10 degrees as 90 minus 80. We can write 40 degrees as 90 minus 50. Tan 30 from the table, 1 by root 3. Tan 50, let's write as it is tan 50 into tan 80. Now, sine 90 minus theta cos theta, it will be cos 72 by cos 72 plus root 3 is cancelled by root 3. Tan 90 minus theta cot 80 degrees. Tan 90 minus 50 cot 50 by complementary ratios. Then we know that tan theta is always equal to 1 by cot theta because they are reciprocal to each other. Tan 50 means 1 by cot 50. Tan 80 means 1 by cot 80. Tan 50 cancelled, cot 50 to cot 80 cancelled. It means, and these are also cancelled, 1 plus 1. That is 2 is the answer. So answer will be 2 from students. Please take notes of it. It is a previous and board question. Okay, so students, let's move on to our next one then. Is it clear to all of you? Students, I have to repeat this. All of you. Is it clear? Skand, Shreya, Utkarsh. Thank you so much, Utkarsh. Bhumi, Janvi, Devraj, Anshul, Shanvi, Sarenya, Varun, and Sakshi. Is it clear to all of you? Students, you can ask a doubt directly if there is any doubt with any of the question. Okay. Thank you so much, Varun. Okay, Shreya. So we can write 18 degrees as 90. Thank you so much, Anshul. Thank you so much, Devraj. We can write this 18 degrees as 90 minus 72. Thank you so much, Bhumi. Why cos 72 as it is? Root 3 as it is. We can write this 10 degrees as 90 minus 80. This 40 as 90 minus 50. 10, 30 from the table. 1 by root 3. 50 and 10, 50 and 10 it is as it is. So sine 90 minus it is always equal to cos theta. So it will be cos 72. Root 3 into root 3 it is cancelled out. 10 90 minus theta again. Cot theta, cot 80. 10 90 minus 50. Cot 50. We can be on 10 quarter reciprocals. We can write 10 50 as 1 by cot 50, 10 80 as 1 by cot 80. All multiplication terms will be cancelled out. This term is only left with 1. This one, all only 1 is left. 1 plus 1, it will be 2 is the answer. Okay, Shreya? Thank you so much. Okay. So students, the next question is a textbook question. Okay, students, tan theta by 1 minus cot theta plus cot theta by 1 minus tan theta is equal to 1 plus sec theta into cosec theta. Students, to solve this question, हम कन्वर्ट करेंगे tan और cot दोनों को sin और cos में. We can write this tan theta as sin theta by cos theta. We can write this cot theta as cos theta by sin theta. In the same way, this cot also cos by sin. This tan also sin theta by cos theta. Now, we have to take LCM and solve it out. So, let's note it down. It is your homework question for the session. आपको सिर्फ tan और cot के place sin by cos और cos by sin put करना है. Then by taking LCM, you can easily find out the answer. Students, answer will be this already given to you. So, let's note it down. It is our homework question for the session. Okay. Students, time for the doubt board now. So if anything you want to ask, any queries, any doubts, anything, you can ask now. Students, today's session is the last session of the topic of this chapter, Introduction to Trigonometry. So if you want to ask anything from this whole chapter, you can ask today. Because in the next session, we will discuss about the next chapter. Thank you so much, Shreya. Thank you so much, Shanvi. Okay, so students, let's move on to our next topic of today's session then. The next topic is trigonometric identities. Students, 3 identities are there. First one is, anyone, what is the first identity? Anyone remembers? What is the first identity? Students, first identity is sine squared theta plus cos squared theta. This value is always equals to 1. Means theta की value कुछ भी हो, 10, 20, 30, 31, 35, as it anything. This value will always be equal to 1 only. Means if I say theta is 30, theta 30 means sin 30 कितना होता है 1 by 2. So it will be 1 by 2 whole square. Cos 30 होता है root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 whole square. ये हो जाएगा 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. That is 4 by 4 1. और हम कहें कि थीटा के लिए 45 है, sin 45 होता है 1 by root 2. cos 45 भी होता है 1 by root 2. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, 1 only. 60 के लिए already same thing, it will also be 1. Means this value will always be 1. And students, like this, 2 more identities are also there. And to learn more about that, let me call our master tutor on the screen, students. After that, we will solve some interesting questions from this topic.
Let's take a triangle. Let's say this side the hypotenuse is C, right? So what is sine theta? Sine theta is A by C, cos theta B by C, right? So sine square theta plus cos square theta is going to be A square by C square plus B squared by C square, right? C squared is the common denominator, so I can write it as A squared plus B squared upon C squared. From Pythagoras theorem, we know that A square plus B square equal to C squared. So it will become C squared by C squared, that is nothing but 1. Correct? That is nothing but 1. That's how you prove it. So that's the basic identity you have. Sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equal to 1. Now you can do a lot of mathematical jugglery with this and come up with different identities. Find me an identity relating to tan theta using this. Now, how will we get tan theta? You know, if you divide sine theta by cos theta, you get tan theta. Now, in this equation, instead of sine theta, I have sine squared theta. So what should I divide it by? Cos squared theta. right? If sine theta by cos theta gives me tan theta, sine square theta by cos square theta should give me tan square theta, right? So let's divide everything by cos square theta. We can't divide just one term, right? We have to divide everything on both sides of the equation. So you will get sine square theta by cos square theta plus cos square theta by cos square theta equal to 1 by cos square theta, right? So sine square theta by cos square theta we know will become tan square theta. Cos squared by cos squared will get cancelled, so you will get tan squared theta plus 1 equal to 1 by cos squared theta will be sec squared theta, right? Because you know 1 by cos is sec, right? So you will get tan squared theta plus 1 is sec squared theta. If I tell you that, okay, I don't want tan squared theta, I instead want cot squared theta, what will you do? Very simple. Start with the first one again. Sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is 1. How will you get cot? Now cot we know is cos upon sine, right? So I see a cos squared theta here. If I divide that by sine squared theta, I'm going to get cot squared theta. So divide everything by sine squared theta. So you will get sine squared theta upon sine squared theta plus cos squared theta upon sine squared theta equal to 1 upon sine squared theta, right? So that will give you 1 plus cot squared theta equal to cosec squared theta.
Take notes of all these identities. First one is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Second one is 1 plus sin square theta is equal to sec square theta. And the third one is 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. So you have to remember all these three. So please take notes of it. Okay. Okay, students, let's solve some questions from this topic. And students, our next question is a poll question, students. Solve this question quickly and choose your answer. Okay, so students, the question is, the value of sec to the power 4x minus 10 to the power 4x is 1 plus 10 square x, 2 10 square x minus 1, 1 plus 2 10 square x, or 2 cot square x minus 1. Solve it and choose your answer. Students, you can write sec to the power of 4x as sec square 2 square minus 10 square 2 square. You can use a square minus b square here. Try to solve this and choose your answer. Bhumi, Shanvi, Devraj, please check your answers. Sakshi, check your answer, please. Be quick, students. Time is running. Shreya, Janvi, Utkarsh, Sarenya, please. And the time is up. Utkarsh, you have missed it this time. But well done, Iskand, Shreya, Sarenya, Shanvi, Anshul, Sakshi, and Jatin. Well done, students. Absolutely correct answer by all of you. Students, the answer is option C, 1 plus 2 tan square x, because as I told you, write sec to the power 4x as sec square x whole square minus tan square x whole square. So a square minus b square we can apply here. So it will be a plus b sec square x plus tan square x into a minus b sec square x minus tan square x. A plus b, a minus b. Now from the identity secant, we know that sec squared theta is always is equal to 1 plus tan squared theta. It means that sec square x is 1 plus tan square x plus tan square x. Also, students, in the identity, if we transform this to the left hand side, it will be equal to sec squared theta minus tan squared theta will be 1. Means this value is equal to 1 only. So it will be equal to 1 plus 2 tan square x. That's why option C will be the correct answer. Okay. So let's move on to our next question then. And so the next question is a very easy question. Friends, now all of you try to solve this and tell me the answer. We have to use a identity third here. So it's 1 plus cot squared theta. It is equal to, I think, cosec square. Okay, Varun. Okay, so Varun, in this question, what we did, first term is sec to the power 4x. We can write it as sec square 2 square, was our term to the power 4. You can write it as 2 square ka square. Baat rahi hai? Yes, Utkarsh, absolutely correct. The answer will be 1 for that. Same way we can write sec to the power 4x is sec square 2 square minus tan 4x sec square 2 square. Now we can use identity a square minus b square here. So students, a square minus b square, it is always equal to a plus b into a minus b. That is x square x minus n square x square x plus n square x. Now, if you do remember the second identity from here. So hence, sec squared theta is equal to 1 plus tan squared theta. It means sec square x will be equal to 1 plus tan square x. We put the same thing here. Sec square in the place of sec square x, we put 1 plus tan square x. In the second term, just give me a second. In a second term, from here, we can easily. If we transpose this tan to right hand side, it will be equal to 1 is equal to sec square theta minus tan square theta. No? Same thing we use here. Sec square x minus tan square x is always equal to 1 from this second identity. With the this value is equal to 1, so it will be equal to 1 plus tan square plus tan square x means 1 plus 2 tan square x is the answer. Clear, Varun? Thank you so much, Varun. Okay, yes, student. The next one, yes, Utkarsh, absolutely correct answer. Students, we know that this is equal to cosec squared theta. So it will be equal to cos square a plus 1 by cosec square a. 1 by cosec means sine. So it will be equal to cos square a plus sine square a. That is from identity, it is equal to 1 is the answer. I think it is the easiest question of the topic. It will be equal to 1 only. Okay, students, let's move on to our next question then. Okay, so students, the next question is question 9 is the 2 by 3 cosec square 58 degrees minus 2 by 3 cot 58 tan 32 minus 5 by 3 tan 8 tan 37 tan 45 tan 53 tan 82 is equal to minus 1. Okay, just let's divide this whole into two terms and it will be easy to solve. Let's take this whole term as a and let's take this whole term as, sorry, not minus 1. Let's take this whole term as b. Okay, let's solve a term first. So a will be equal to 2 by 3 cosec square 58 degrees minus 2 by 3 cot 58 degrees. Students, we can write this 32 as 90 minus 58. 32 means 90 minus 58 is 32. It means we can take 2 by 3 as common here. So it will be equal to cosec square 58 degrees minus cot 58 degrees into tan 90 minus theta. Cot theta. So tan 90 minus 58 will be cot 58. So it will be equal to 2 by 3 cosec square 58 degrees minus cot square 58 degrees. And so hence from the identity number 3. Here. Identity 3. If you transpose this cot here to right hand side, it will be equal to 1 is equal to cosec squared theta minus cot squared theta. Means this value is equal to 1 for each and every value of theta. The same thing we will use here. Cosec square 58 minus cot 58, it will be equal to 1. So this value will be equal to 2 by 3 only. Now, students, let's solve the second term, the term b. Yes. So term b will be equal to 5 by 3 10 8 37 45 tan 45 degrees into tan 53 degrees into tan 82 degrees, I think. And 58 or 82? Yes. So let's solve the second term now. We can write it as 5 by 3. We can write tan 8. We can write 8 degrees as 90 minus 82 will be equal to 8. We can write tan 37. We can write 37 as 90 minus 53. Tan 45 is 1 into tan 53 into tan 82. It means, friends, tan 90 minus theta cot theta. Just like the previous question we did, just like the same way. It will be cot 82 tan 90 minus theta again, cot 53. We can write tan theta is equal to 1 by cot theta. You can write it as 1 by cot 53 into 1 by cot 82. So these two are cancelled out. These two are cancelled out. We are only left with 5 by 3. It means the value of LHS left hand side for this term will be whole A value minus whole B value. And A is 2 by 3. So it will be equal to A minus B values. That is 2 by 3 minus 5 by 3. So it will be equal to minus 3 by 3. That is minus 1 is the answer. This is what we have to prove here. Answer must be equal to minus 1. Students, is it clear or I have to repeat this? I know it is a little lengthy question, but trust me, it is very easy. So if there's any doubts in this question, we can move ahead. Thank you so much, Utkarsh. Thank you so much, Shreya. Okay, friends, let's move. If there is no doubt in this, now also let's move on to our next question. In the next question, two statements are given to us: assertion and then its reason. Assertion is given as if tan A is equal to cot B, then the value of A plus B is equal to 90. But what do you think? Assertion is true or false? Only first statement is true or false. If tan is equal to cot B, then A plus B is equal to 90. What do you think? Anyone? Is it true or false? And do you remember in the beginning of this topic, we discussed what are complementary ratios. If sine theta is equal to cos alpha theta is equal to sine alpha, like that, where theta plus alpha is equal to 90. The same thing is there. Really bad network issue. Okay, Apurva, am I audible to you but clearly? What slides are visible to you? Actually, the issue is everywhere because due to this rain, the network issue is a major issue. Due to this rain, so this problem will remain for not. I'm disconnecting and again. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I think too many students have the same issue in too many sessions also. Due to this rain, this issue occurs. Okay, so but we can't do anything in this. I think someone left. Okay, so friends, in the beginning, if you remember, we learned about the complementary ratios. I think here, sine theta is equal to cos alpha and cos theta is equal to A by Utkarsh. Okay, if theta plus alpha is equal to 90 degrees, friends, the same thing is there. Same way, tan theta is equal to cot alpha. So it means tan A is equal to cot B. The same thing is there. Yes, yeah, that's why it is true. Because theta and alpha are the complementary angles. So the same thing is there. Yes, Shanvi. It means this one is true. Okay, which where we was? Yeah. It means first statement is true. Because tan and cot are complementary ratio. The second statement is if sec theta and sin theta are 0, then value of theta is 0. Okay, so let's check. हम थीटा प्लेस पर 0 put कर दें. That is, let me change the color. That is sec theta into sin theta. अगर theta 0 है, तो it will be sec 0 into sin 0. Sec 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0. It will be 0. Yes, the value is 0. It means second statement is also true. It means both statements are true. Yes, Shanvi and Shreya. Yes, it will also be true. So both are true. Means A and B can't be our answers. अब now A और B में students, if you notice, दोनों statements आपस में relate करते हैं या नहीं? The statements are related. I think no. Yes, students, these are two different. Both are true, but both are two different statements. They are not related to each other. That's why, students, both are true and reason is not explanation for the assertion. That's why option B will be the correct answer. Yes, well done, Shreya and Shanvi, students. Absolutely correct answer. It will be equal to option B is the correct one here. Okay, so students, in the next question, again two statements are given to us. If x sine cube theta plus y cos cube theta is equal to sine theta into cos theta, and x sine theta is equal to y cos theta, then x square plus y square is equal to 1. Okay, so we have to solve this to check it is true or not. But the reason is given as for any value of theta, sine times cos theta is equal to 1. So this one is true. I know that because it is the first identity. So that's why it is the true. Now let's solve the first one. We can write sine cube theta as sine theta into sine square theta plus y cos cube theta is equal to sine theta into cos theta. So x sine theta ये equal है y cos theta के, that is y cos theta into sine square theta plus y. We can write cos cube as cos theta into cos square theta is equal to sine theta into cos theta. We can take y cos theta as common. We are only left with sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to sine theta into cos theta. Cos theta to cos theta is cancelled out, and this value will be equal to 1 from the first identity. It means y will be equal to sine theta. Besides, y की value अगर sine theta है, so let's put the value of y is y here. So x sine theta कितना हो जाएगा? Y भी sine theta है, sine theta into cos theta. Sine to sine is cancel out. It means x will be equal to cos theta. Now students, x की value है cos theta, y की value है sin theta. It means x square plus y square कितना हो जाएगा? Cos square theta plus sin square theta. That is 1. It means students, first statement is also a true statement. It means both statements are true. C and D can't be our answer. Now it is, yes, Shanvi, it is true. A by Apurva, Shreya and Shanvi. Okay, students, to solve the assertion, क्या हमने reason use किया? Did we use the first identity here? Yes, of course we used. 2 times we used the identity. Yes, that's why students, reason is the explanation for the assertion, and we use the identity here and I think here as well. It means students, option A is the correct answer. Reason is the explanation for the assertion. Yes, well done, Utkarsh, Shanvi, Apurva, and Shreya. Students, absolutely correct answer. A is the correct one here. Okay, students, is it clear to all of you? Students, you can ask a doubt directly if there is any doubt at any point. Jatin is not, Jatin is zero, sorry. Okay, Shreya, thank you so much. Okay, so students, let's move on to our next question then. Very easy question, students. Question 12 is here. If sine theta plus cos theta is equal to 9 by 7, sine theta plus cos theta is equal to 9 by 7, then find the value of sine theta into cos theta. Okay. First, if we take square to both the sides, can I explain with the help of a plus b whole square? A plus b whole square क्या होता है? A square, that is sine square theta plus b square cos square theta plus 2 sine theta into cos theta. It will be equal to 81 by 49. Students, ये value क्या हो जाएगी? 1 from the first identity. So this value will be 1. It means 1 plus 2 sine theta into cos theta, it will be equal to 81 by 49. Sin into cos theta क्या होगा? Students, try to solve this and tell me the answer. Sin theta into cos theta from here. All of you, students, quick, solve it quickly and tell me the answer. Varun, Jatin, Shanvi, Anshul, Apuva, Bhumi, Janvi, Sarenya, Utkarsh, Shreya, and Skand. I think Sakshi is not there, no? Sakshi was in the class. Yeah, Sakshi and Devraj, both are not there. Okay. Students, any answer? Friends, from here, 2 sine theta into cos theta, it will be equal to 81 by 49 minus 1. So it will be equal to 32 by 49. No, Shreya, the value of sine theta into cos theta only. It means the value of sine theta into cos theta will be just divide by 2 to both the sides. So 32 by 49 divide by 2. That is, it will be equal to 16 by 49 is the answer. That's why students, option A will be the correct answer here. Answer will be 16 by 49. Yes, Shreya, this one is correct here. Well done. Okay, students, the next question 13 is the previous year board question, students. So please take notes of it. And let's take LHS of this. Sine A minus 2 sine cube. So we can take sine A as common from this. It will be equal to 1 minus 2 sine square A. Divide by, we can take cos A as common in the denominator. So it will be equal to 2 cos square A minus 1. Please show the previous solution. Okay, Janvi. Just give me a second. This one, na? Here, we just take square to both the sides. So we can expand with a square plus b square plus 2ab. We expand with this formula. So this one is the identity. So its value is 1 only. Plus 2 sine theta cos theta is equal to 81 by 49. Then we transpose 1 to right hand side. Then divide by 2. Janvi, I have to repeat this again. You have any doubt in this? Because if we transpose 1 to right hand side, it will be 2 cos theta equal to 81 by 49 minus 1. Just take LCM and we can solve it. Okay, thank you so much, Janvi. Okay, so friends, the last question here. So now, so it will be equal to sine A by cos A into 1 minus 2. Students, now from the identity first, we know that sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is always equal to 1. So sine squared theta will be 1 minus cos squared theta. Let's put this value. Sine square A will be 1 minus cos square A divided by 2 cos square A minus 1. So it will be equal, sine A by cos A means it will be tan A. 1 minus 2 plus 2 cos square A by 2 cos square A minus 1. That is, it will be tan A. 1 minus 2 means minus 1. So it will be 2 cos square A minus 1 by 2 cos square A minus 1. Both will be cancelled out. We are only left with tan A. Is the answer. This is what we have to prove. Answer will be equal to tan A. Okay. Students, the next question is the textbook question. And students, in this question, students, note it down. It is your homework question for the session. What you have to do? Just you have to write 68 as 90 minus 22. Sine 90 minus theta cos theta. Write this 27 as 90 minus 63. Or write this 68 as 90 minus 22. That's it you have to do here. Use complementary ratios and you can, students, easily find out the answer. Answer will be equal to 2 for this. Try to solve it by yourself. And if there's any difficulty to solve it, you can ask a doubt in the next session. And trust me, it is a very simple question. Okay, so students, time for the doubt board now. So if anything you want to ask, you can ask now. Any queries? Okay, Shreya. Any queries, any doubts, students? Anything you want to ask regarding this session, regarding this whole topic? Thank you so much, Shreya. Skand, Utkarsh, Sarenya, Apurva, Janvi, Anshul, Anushka, Varun, Shanvi, and Bhumi. Students, any queries, any doubts? Students, in today's session, we have discussed about 2 topics. First one, about the trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. Theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta, tan is equal to tan 90 minus theta, cot 90 minus theta, like that. Thank you so much, Anushka. And then the trigonometric identities. These 3 students. Please try to remember all these 3. Okay. The students, it's time to end our today's session now. And please don't forget to solve more and more questions of this topic.